Good morning, everybody. Come on in, honey. Be sure to like the video on your way in, girl. We got some things we got to talk about today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, honey? Come on into the chat, honey. Go ahead and like the video if you have yet to do so. What's up, Shannon? Hey, Aaron. What's up, Linda? Hey, Miss Nicole. How am I doing this morning, girl? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How y'all doing this morning? What's up, Shantia? Humble thyself. What's going on, Andrea? Good morning. Good morning to everybody, okay? Good morning. Good morning. We are going to be getting started shortly here. But first of all, girl, I got a question for the people that hopped over there on my community tab. Why y'all had to do me like that? I got to talk to y'all. Y'all need to come to the front. Why y'all had to play me by my KFC? Girl, I was happy to get my little free meal. It came hot and steamy and stuff. And then y'all gonna sit up there talking about something, but it ain't Jamaica though. Like, girl, girl, how I'm gonna get some Jamaican KFC over here in America? Is they supposed to ship it to me, girl? Girl, help me out. Y'all ain't have to. Girl, I saw the little shades. So I was like, that's a nice though. It ain't Jamaica, but it's a nice though. Girl, it's mine. Why y'all have to do me like that, girl? Y'all have to do me like that. I had saw some other YouTubers posted up. Y'all ain't do them like that. Why y'all had to do me like that? Girl, I see y'all. I see y'all, girl. Y'all have to do that. But let me tell you, I actually forgot that it was coming. I completely forgot that it was coming. And my man had just made some motherfucking buffalo wings, squirrel. You know what I'm saying? We had got them things. He had, did whatever he did, fried that thing up. Or at least, he made a concoction and he put it in the air fryer. You feel what I'm saying? And them things was crispy, girl. They was, and then we had little fries and stuff to go with it. And this thing, we get a jeans on at the, a doorbell or whatever. And Miss Squirrel was like, y'all order some KFC. He looking like, no, the hell we didn't. Like, girl, what did you talk about? And then I had to come around the door. I said, oh, yeah, because I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that they were sending that stuff. Girl, then I posted up. I'm all happy and stuff. Like, I got some free food tonight because we was going to cook again later on that day. But I'm like, damn, BIT, you wait till we just ate. We just finished eating. And then you want to bring it all hot and steamy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we was going to cook later on that day. Anyway, girl, but, we had the KFC, so we didn't really have to cook or whatever. But it's like, girl, I was all happy, put it all on my page. I said, that's cute, girl, but it really ain't. I was like, damn, bitch. Okay, what did you have for dinner then? Ooh, y'all ain't do them other YouTubers like that posted it, girl. I said, oh, wow, y'all be doing me so much shade. I thought we was friends. I thought we was besties. Okay. Y'all have to do me like, and I ain't had KFC in years. Girl, I thought I was doing something. Girl, one thing about the subscribers, they gonna let you know when you ain't. Girl, you thought you ate. You didn't. Damn. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, what it is, girl. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, honey. Let's move on, girl. So, look, I got this topic that I want to talk to you guys about specifically. Well, I guess everybody, really, right? Because you have individuals that went to HBCUs and you also had individuals that went to PWIs, right? So, there is this post that's going around. Let me go ahead and get my system set up so that I can share it for you guys, okay? Because we have to talk about this. Let me see where it's at. Okay, there we go. So let me go ahead and share this for you guys. Let me take this down. All right. So this headline reads, y'all here for it. Black Twitter torn over woman creating Majorette team at her PWI. And I had to bring this to y'all because I am one of the individuals that is torn. Y'all know I graduated from an HBCU. You feel what I'm saying? And I had friends that actually went to a PWI. However, I was mixed feelings on this. So I'm just going to read the tweets and I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments, especially y'all people that went to HBCUs. For real. I really want to hear y'all thoughts. Okay. I talked to one of my sorors about it earlier. And she was like, well, I feel no ways. I feel no ways. I said, oh, okay, then. Well, I can't be mad at that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what the people saying. So down at the bottom, somebody says, oh, nothing. I created a Majorette team at a PWI and performed at our first game. Truly, though, I'm so blessed and can't thank God enough. Thank you to my parents and to everyone who supported me along this long journey. Okay. And my girls, FYE, the Cardinals of, I guess, South Carolina are up next. Okay. So somebody goes on to respond and they say, I'm perfectly fine standing on this hill by myself, but wanting HBCU culture at white schools instead of going to an HBCU is weird. I said, okay, let's keep going. Okay. Somebody else says, this is great and all, but why not just go to a HBCU? And then somebody had the audacity, baby, to get in the comments talking about some HBCUs are very expensive. BIT, do not speak for all HBCUs. Not all of them are expensive, like the big name schools like Howard University. I do believe FAMU is a school that has definitely become expensive over the years. Tuskegee University, which is a private one, extremely expensive. Somebody said Spelman was like the most expensive, and I'm like, dang, does Spelman cost more than Tuskegee? I don't know, maybe it does. And then somebody said this is coming from someone who attends Clark Atlanta. Then, girl, what is Clark Atlanta's rate? You know, like, don't say that they very expensive, especially when you're comparing it to a PWI. PWIs are expensive as fuck. And I'll never forget a few years ago, before the pandemic, probably maybe about 5 or so ago, there were people that graduated from Harvard University. Do y'all know how much can Harvard cost getting their law degrees and still couldn't find a job after going to a fucking PWI? Wow. What? Anyway, so don't sit up there and say HBCUs are very expensive. Girl, they not. They are probably becoming more expensive now. Yeah, everything is going up. Okay. My only big issue is not so much as, them being expensive. It's what y'all be doing with the people's funds. Okay. Why you want to talk about Clark Atlanta? I really want to get in y'all. It's because none of the dorms should have no damn mold in it or anything. Let's get into that because, that's a whole other conversation. Let me scale back just a little bit. Okay. Because the way y'all be misappropriating the funds or whatever y'all be doing over there with the HBCUs, I can only imagine what the hell the PWIs be getting away with. Let's be very honest about that. But anyway, all right, the girl says nothing wrong with her bringing representation to her school. Okay. Now, someone else says, y'all talking about how HBCUs aren't affordable in the QTS, whatever that is. Okay. When USC is roughly $80K a year before aid. Whoa. That's somebody's motherfucking salary. Whoa. The most expensive HBCU Spelman is $54K before aid, a whole $26,000 less than what the fuck y'all would pay going to USC. Wow. Then they said, just say you wanted to attend a PWI, but don't lie about the accessibility of HBCUs. And I have to agree with that. Like, don't lie about that. If you want to go to a PWI, like that's okay, just say that. But I think my issue is a lot of times I be feeling like PWI individuals like to talk down on HBCUs, which is why a lot of them go there. Like, yeah, some of y'all get scholarships, but not all of y'all get the scholarships. You know what I'm saying? But then y'all like to look down on the HBCUs, and I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like back in the day, the college that you went to was extremely important. I feel like it may not be as much as important now. I think it really is about your connects. So when you go to college, in my opinion, and I wish I knew this more, at the time, it's really about the connects that you make while you in college. Like that's what's going to propel you to the next level. Not so much as just, oh, I got a degree from here at this particular school. Sometimes that shit don't matter, you know? A lot of times when y'all be applying for these jobs and y'all wondering why y'all application's not getting through, it's because y'all don't have a reference on that application. Y'all need to know somebody within the company in order to get past to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just my small opinion. I want to hear you guys' feedbacks and your thought. You know what I'm saying? Give me something else to think about here. Someone else says mixed feelings on this for sure. Come on, because I'm mixed, girl. I'm with you, Miss Natalie. She says, I'm happy that they found a space at their PWI doing something they admire from other Black women. But this style of majorette dance is HBCU specific for a reason, historic, and serves a purpose on all HBCU campuses. Now, my other question, like when I read this, I definitely agree with Miss Girl right here as to why I'm torn all the way down to the ground. But then I'm also wondering, how is it truly received from her university? Because I feel like if that's what they wanted, they probably would have been did that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, like, yeah, I think the college students, like the white folks, I do think that they're receptive of it because any chance that they get to like tiptoe over into the culture, they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering how like the officials and everybody feel about it. Obviously, they must feel good enough for her to sit up there and have a whole uniform. You know what I'm saying? She got a whole uniform, and they look cute, girl. I'm gonna give it to them. Miss Girls was up there getting, they was getting it. They was getting it. I'm gonna give it to them, girl. But I don't know her reasoning as to why she's at that college. Maybe, I feel like a lot of students are forced to go to a certain college. It's not even their choice. Maybe she wanted to go to a HBCU, and maybe her parents graduated from that college and was like, no, you're going to this college. There are parents that force their kids to go to a particular college. And maybe that could have been her situation, knowing she wanted to go to a HBCU. Maybe her parents looked down on it and was like, no, you're going to go over here. Right. But because she wants to be so connected to what we have at HBCU, she decided to, create this dance or something like that, And then maybe Miss Girl, was on a majorette squad when she was in high school or something. And then again, her parents could have said, hey, girl, no, you're not going there. This is where you're going. I went to a PWI. They always have Black student unions and such. So I get why she wants to start a majorette team. IDK, I'm torn. I understand the sacredness of it, and I want her to infiltrate. Got you. It was something else I was going to say about, when you said student unions, you know what else it made me think? I don't know how it works at PWIs, but maybe they have like a week or a month where they like celebrate, the Black culture in a sense. I don't know how that works, It makes me think of like Greek week, like when we have our Greek weeks or whatever. Maybe they have like weeks or something like that where they celebrate, the Black folks or whatever the case may be. And maybe that's when she decided to, create this dance and all that other stuff and just wanted to see where it goes from there. I don't know, but I'm definitely torn. Like, I don't want to rob her of that as a Black woman, saying, no, you can't do that at your university because you go to a white one. But it does make me feel like, dang, can we have some shit for ourselves? Like, girl, y'all weren't thinking, like, hey, HBCU's not been doing it. Y'all wouldn't be thinking about that shit. Would you? Would you be thinking about it? You wouldn't be thinking about that shit. All right. Somebody says, I get that PWI money and make them pale people compete with us. They can't. We are going to shine every time. Hashtag argue with your mammy. Hashtag argue with our ancestors. Hashtag sit down, Karen. Hashtag y'all can't beat us. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What is HSI? Nope. Think about the HSI. What is HSI? Shout out to all the college grads in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. All of them. PWI and HBCUs. Let's go on and see what else they saying. All right. Somebody said it's giving. I want HBCU culture, but desire PWI validation. Wow. 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 Not you. Wow. Okay. Okay, I see that. Let's keep going. They said if an HBCU isn't good enough for you, stop trying to replicate HBCU culture at white schools. Whoa. Whoa. Y'all do this all the time, and it's very tiring at this point. Not J-sets rejects at the white school. Whoa, whoa. Now, see, you ain't have to go. Now, that last line, you could have stopped right there. You ain't have to call that girl no J-set rejects. Because you don't even know. You don't know if that girl was a reject at all, ma'am. All right, let me see what they're saying. Majorette is common dance style in the South, especially at HBCUs. Some of the most notable teams are the J-Sets of Jackson State, the Dancing Dolls of Southern, the Stingettes of Alabama State University. Come on, Alabama State. And the Golden Girls of Alcorn State. Even the Dancing Dolls of Jackson, who appeared on Lifetime, gave life to the dance style that was only known in the South for so long. It was only inevitable that it would spread across the country to other schools and places who admire the Majorette style of dancing. Oh, girl. Well, we can't have nothing, so might as well be open to sharing, honey. Somebody said, this is dope. Take the culture everywhere. I guess, girl, but y'all talking about take the culture everywhere, but y'all over here, we can't take the culture everywhere. I'm sorry. The culture does not need to go everywhere. I'm sorry. The culture does not need to go everywhere because the culture got y'all over here hyping up period I period period I period the fuck. Okay, that's y'all motherfucking problems now, girl. The culture don't need to go everywhere. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. Somebody says, happy these Black girls have a safe place at their white school. However, we truly do not gatekeep enough. Whoa. Someone says, I love to see Black people win, but no. Okay, Majorette dancing is one of the many arts HBCUs have that express culture and art that's heavily appreciated by people like us. Now, this is going to start an unnecessary trend at PWIs. Wow. I'm still torn. I definitely get where some people are coming from. I do feel guilty and a bit bad telling this Black girl and the other Black girls, like, y'all can't do that. No, it's only for HBCU. You can't do it. Who said you could do that? No, scoot back. You can't do it. I feel bad for saying that, but then at the same time, it's like, girl, no, don't take that to their school. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, girl. Let's see. I grew up near Prairie View. I was gonna say, girl, I was gonna say P Valley. Girl, that ain't no school. Prairie View. I love the PV Black Foxes. Okay. Well, when Kanye and Ray J out out here giving out the girl, it's quite a few of them just giving the culture away. Okay, packing it up and sending it out to people. Let's see. Until they co-opted, and 50 years from now, it will have been invented by white people. That's the motherfucking thing for me. That is the thing for me. They start slowly borrowing the culture, and then over the years they rename it something else, and then make it seem as though we weren't the originators of it all. And because of that, and we see it happen today, I feel like we've even seen that with the Kardashians, with like the braids that Kim Kardashian started wearing, and the braids existed way before she started wearing them, but they start calling it a different name or something like that. I feel like we already see that. So with that happening, that don't ever make y'all think about history back when our ancestors were slaves and stuff. They don't ever make y'all think about the civil rights movement and all of that, and how they probably, just tell us what they want us to know. Anyway, girl, we can go down this rabbit hole for a very long time. So yes, they take and steal our talents. We have it naturally, yet they benefit. Child, this is deep. Yikes. Because I do feel like it's going to be a matter of time before we see some more girls over there, doing their thing. White folks that I mean, but they gonna find their way into it anyway. I mean, hell, we have sororities, and we have quite a few of those individuals that make their way into our sorority. So yikes, I feel like it's a bit inevitable. So Ladies, do whatever you want to do. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So either way, honey, good luck. Okay. Whoa, but haven't they already tried to co-opt it with cheerleading? What you mean? You mean like the cheerleader? What you mean? At PWIs, or you mean like HBCUs in the cheerleading? Because I know when I was a cheerleader in college, we would kind of do mood dances or whatever. And I mean, I don't really think it was similar to the Stingettes or anything, but I guess when you throw in sequences, yeah, where the leader throws a sequence and then the next row, then the next row follows behind them. Then I guess like in that sense, yeah. But we are all still HBCUs, so that's common. But or were you speaking on their cheerleaders adopting it? Yeah, that's a good point. They don't pay homage. They pretend like they created everything. Right. Yikes. Yikes. Let me see. The design braids and our hair were what the roots to the Underground Railroad too. Don't let them fool you. Oop, and there's that. I believe that. Come on, college cheerleader. You are a real athlete, Jamie. Cheerleading is a sport, my dear. It definitely is when you're picking them heavy ass girls up, for sure. Oh, girl, it ain't, of course, no disrespect. We just having a conversation. To the cheerleading culture, but it seems very similar to Majorette's dance. And got so you are talking about like the cheerleaders at the HBCUs. Yeah, I kind of group them all the same though, because it's kind of like a common thing to me. Being at a HBCU, that's all I've known. Like once I start going, you know. Um, but I feel like the PWIs keep it very strict, very simple. Let's go, ABC, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Us black cheerleaders, we gotta dig deep. When we say our stuff, and their dances just be so plain and simple. Like it's just different. But I kind of grouped that the same, basically. PWI been copying HBCU dances. Remember the movie? Oh, good night, girl. And there's that. Tried to steal our best. I can't. I hope they don't remake that movie. Anyway, but yes, girl, yes, you are correct. You are correct. They've been doing it or been trying to do it. But I just haven't seen any PWIs like in person trying to do the same routines as black women. This reminds me of Bring It On when the white girls was ripping off the black cheerleaders. All the lipstick, pigtails, and bows can't stand up to us. Ooh. They've stolen everything but the sickle. Whoa. Got it. Noted. Okay, that was an interesting conversation, everybody. I thank you guys for sharing your thoughts. Please be sure to leave your additional thoughts down in the comment section because I want to hear how other people feel about this situation. Let's go ahead and let's keep going. Let's talk about Miss Tiffany Haddish, okay? Because what they're saying about Tiffany is that she, and from my understanding, Aries Spears has reached a settlement with the alleged victims, okay, that accused her and Aries of grooming them in some capacity. All right. Now, I did see that the Neighborhood Talk posted this, but I was like, let me see if anybody else has mentioned this on their website. And it looks like Radar Online dropped this exclusive. And they're saying Tiffany Haddish reaches deal with the alleged victims to seal photos in court war as accusers demand settlement talks. Okay. So Tiffany Haddish and the 2 alleged victims who sued her for this particular assault have reached a deal to block the public from seeing the original complaints. So it didn't seem like they really reached a deal. They just stopped stop the photos from being leaked. But what photos are y'all talking about when we've already seen the video? According to court documents obtained by radaronline.com, the comedian and the 2 accusers suing her and Mr. Spears worked out the agreement privately. As Radar Online previously reported earlier this month, Haddish and Spears were sued by the siblings who use these names, Jane and John Doe. The 2 said their mother was friends with Haddish for most of their life. In 2013, they said a then 14-year-old Jane and a 7-year-old John were used in a skit that Aries and Tiffany filmed. Okay. And basically, y'all know what the skit was, through through a pedo eyes. And it's like, why would you even think that was cool to even create some shit like that? But basically, they're saying that Haddish moved the case from state court to federal court, and the federal court officials have temporarily sealed the complaint because it contains several photographs of a minor John in an underdressed state. The judge told Haddish and the accusers to tell the court if they wanted to be sealed or made public. Okay, since John is still a minor, the parties agreed that the complaint should remain sealed because the photos in the lawsuit could identify him. Wow. Okay, so they haven't really reached a monetary settlement. It just seems like they just agreed on shutting down the photos and keeping it from public eye. But again, what is the point of the photos when we already saw the video? Yikes. They said the full public availability of the complaint could permit public identification of this particular individual. Okay. And that's why they are, keeping things closed. Let me see what else they said. They said part of the deal would have to be Haddish publicly apologizing for her role in the skits. They also want her to recant her allegations. They tried to shake her down with the suit. Oh, okay. Okay, so it seems like John and Jane wrote a letter to the judge recently explaining they were open to talk a settlement with Haddish. So I guess Mr. Spears ain't clearing his name, but she's willing to talk a settlement with them. Or at least they're willing to have a conversation of a settlement, and they just need her to also apologize in public and then recant the allegations that it was a shakedown. But I feel like two things could be true, girl. It could have very well much so been a shakedown. But let's be honest. I mean, it was very sketchy. Like, why would you even want to participate in something like that? Like, that just, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look, It just, that just, nah, I'm not gonna be past that. That was, girl, what a dumb skit. Like, I can't. We'll see what's gonna happen and whether or not there's gonna be any money that's gonna be given to these people. Child, I feel like Tiffany gonna probably, girl, this case gonna be ongoing because I think she gonna be like, great, nobody finna get a dime out of me, baby. Period. Somebody says something is wrong with this. I can't see how this is funny. I'm seeing sick. Okay. Somebody says it's still funny though. If they could, they probably would. Whoa. Well, there's that on Miss Tiffany. Okay, I want to give you guys an update on that particular situation. Although there is no monetary settlement on this particular case here. So what's next? Who else I want to talk about, girl? Let's move on. Girl, not Porsha not liking Nicki Minaj, girl. Not Porsha Williams not liking Nicki Minaj. Wow. Okay. Porsha had posted something on her page and she had to quickly come through and clear it the hell up because y'all already know how the barbs do, girl. As soon as they see something, they on yes, I can't. So she put this post on her story and it says, thank you for making, not you. Okay. Speaking on Miss Nicki, not you, female rap about unity. So when she posted this on her story, now y'all already know how Porsha is. Porsha can be slightly dingy at times. And I also think that it could be an honest overlook. I don't know if y'all have ever posted stuff and didn't catch or didn't notice and then went back and said, oh, snap, let me go ahead and delete that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you probably hearted the comment and didn't really read it fully. Probably read the first sentence, not the next. And then once you, probably went back and looked at it, oh, let me unlike that. Like, no, ma'am. So it could have definitely been a honest mistake. You know what I'm saying? But then I don't know. I mean, Porsha ain't really been in conversation or been buzzed about nothing. So she could have used this as a tactic to get people talking about her in some capacity. She made sure she added Nicki Minaj twice. I said, girl, Nicki saw the first ad. You won't have to go back and add that lady twice. But anyway, let me go ahead and read what she says. Okay. So she put that post up. The barbs was on her as to understand. And then she says, guys, calm down. I love at Nicki Minaj. I saw this and posted it quickly thinking it was a salute to all these queens, including Queen Nicki Minaj. No news here. No shade either. Y'all gotta chill. I literally just used her song in my video a day ago. LOL. Okay. So that's what Miss Porsha had to say. And I saw somebody put in the comment, and I don't know if it's on this one or a different page, and somebody says, but the gag is you're entitled to not like somebody if you don't want to like them. Like, you're entitled. Like, if that's what if you don't like them, you don't like them. You know, it don't look good because you're a public figure making it well known that you may not like this lady. Girl, don't mess around and get doxxed. But you know, they probably got all Miss Porsha information anyway, honey. Because that's one thing the fans gonna do, honey. They're gonna be trying to dox you. Y'all just be ready for whatever you get if you run up over them people property. Okay. Y'all sitting over here doxing folks. Now, when you run up at somebody's property and you get what you came for, y'all just be okay with that while y'all out here doxing, honey. But anyway, somebody said, I knew she didn't read this. Someone says, when in doubt, always use Nicki Minaj for likes, views, and clout. Wow. Say what you mean what you say. Don't backtrack now. Someone says, I believe her because it took me a minute to figure it out too. Okay, then you just as stupid as let me not. That's not nice, girl. That's not nice. Because honestly, it's a simple overlook. For real, for real. It's a simple overlook. Somebody says, this is why Nicki be clearing y'all every chance she gets, because people are allowed to come for her, then lie and say they didn't mean it like that. Wow. Okay. Somebody says, so the big red letters ain't catch her eye. Okay. Anyways, I feel like she could have missed that though. She could have possibly overlooked that. We talking about Porsha. It's a simple mistake. Somebody says, funny thing is Nicki Minaj has the most collabs with female rappers, more than any female rapper to ever pick up a mic. What the fuck does her collabs have to do? I guess. Female, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. I guess I have to look at the stats that I'm not gonna go look at. But maybe she do, girl. Somebody says, don't nobody need Nicki for clout, child. I'm tired. I'm tired. Lock Nicki up. Whoa. Not lock the woman up. New standard. Don't use your fame to abuse and dox people. Ooh. You know, the elevator don't go all the way up with Porsha. She probably didn't see it for real. She probably did, because we talking about Porsha. Porsha didn't see that. Okay, for someone who thinks we have 265 days a year, she didn't know. She don't read. And Porsha has every right to like and unlike who she wants. Nicki ain't got a heaven or a hell to put anyone in. That's the truth. That's the truth. She gonna have to be a bit more mindful. They claim Porsha didn't mean it and didn't realize what was said on the meme. Yeah, that's what Porsha said. She ain't mean it. She ain't know what was being said, girl. She don't want that heat. She don't want that backlash, and she damn sure don't want to be a topic of Queen Radio. So yikes. Either way, Porsha. Good luck. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. All right. Let's close out of that. Let's go ahead and move on as we're talking about Housewives. Miss Porsha, first of all, I don't know if you guys have been hearing that Porsha may be returning. I've been seeing that. A lot of people saying that Porsha may be returning to Real Housewives next season. Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, I don't see her necessarily returning, maybe in a friend of capacity, because they're also saying that everybody from this season got offered a contract for the next season. And one thing about Bravo, for some reason, they don't want to add no more housewives like they got over there on Beverly Hills. They can have about 15 housewives on Beverly Hills, but for some reason, Atlanta is only going to have half of that. So it will be interesting to see. You know, I feel like this is pure speculation, and we'll learn at a later time whether or not Porsha was actually caught filming with the ladies. I don't necessarily see it. I really don't. I don't see Porsha coming back just yet. I could see her getting another spinoff so that she can, you know, continue to change the image of Simon, you know, or change the image of their relationship or whatever. So I could see her wanting to get a show focus on their wedding and all of that, and then she might consider coming back to Real Housewives after they've been married or whatever. But I don't know if I really see that anytime soon, but we'll see, Miss Porsha girl. We shall see. Why not start a whole new cast with Porsha heading and play dueling? I mean, they could. It's enough people in Atlanta. They could do that. I miss the days when we could say we hated when What we hate it when an artist put out whack ass music. Gotcha. Ooh, and there's that. It still doesn't give Nicki the right to do Porsha like that. Well, hopefully, I don't think she will. Well, I mean, I don't know what she do. I don't know what that lady gonna do, but hopefully she wouldn't, because Porsha hurried up and corrected herself. Just because they got asked to come back don't mean they'll have a peach that season. That's true. So that's why I'm like, she could come back as a friend, but I don't even know if I don't really see that. I don't really see that. You know what, Elena? I'm ready for Potomac too. And speaking of Potomac, so glad you brought that up, Miss Squirrel. Let's go ahead and switch over and talk about Potomac, because Miss Candiace, let me tell you something. This is going to be an entertaining season, I truly believe. The girls coming in real hot, honey. Y'all know it seems like at one point Mia and Karen may have had an issue with each other, because y'all know that Mia brought, I believe her name is Jacqueline, on the show. Well, Jacqueline was caught hanging out with Karen. And so Miss Mia got up under one of Robin's posts. I guess she was a happy birthday post to Gizelle or something. And Mia got under that post, and she pretty much was talking about, I guess, being on their podcast and sharing her thoughts about a said friend that she introduced to somebody, and they over there pretty much being more friends with that person than they are with her. So I'm like, girl, is she talking about Jacqueline? Because there was a picture of Karen and Jacqueline being cool. So not you bringing somebody in the onto the show, and then this person may turn around and turn on you the very first season, girl. Because she at least get 2 seasons in. We're going to see how that plays out. So that's one thing. The other thing is Miss Karen and Miss Candiace being on Giselle's head top, okay, as they call it, a skunk top, girl, okay, because the people has been dragging this look. I'm a bit upset about it a little bit. I do think that Gizelle is a beautiful woman, I have to say, whether we like her antics or not. In my personal opinion, I think that she's beautiful. I just do hate seeing the same wig and how they sit, and you know they fake. And I believe Gizelle has a ton of hair under her wigs, and I don't think that she will ever let us see it. And hey, it's just that it's crazy how Karen has done more evolution than the person that's supposed to be the quote unquote star of the show. You know, because I also saw an interview that, and I say star of the show because I saw an interview where Wendy did with somebody, and they asked her like, hey, last season at the reunion, y'all said that Gizelle was really crying all over the place. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I do. They said that it was a poor reunion for Gizelle. She was crying everywhere. And the person asked her like, yo, did that really happen? And she was like, matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up so y'all can hear it too. But she was like, yeah, she was like, that did happen, but they edited it out. But she could not say anything. Like, she couldn't really confirm it, basically, because it sounded like she didn't want to go against Gizelle or threaten her position by saying Bravo pretty much protects Gizelle when it comes to situations like that, because she definitely sat up there and cried, and they definitely edited those things out. Let me see if I could get to it. Am I able to get to it here? Okay, there we go. Let me open it up. Okay, so it is on All True T's Instagram page. So let me see if I can share this for you guys so y'all can go ahead and check this out. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna refresh it and unmute. Uh-oh.
The reunion, there was like this Gizelle sort of takedown, or something happened where she was crying, and then it ultimately never seemed to air. And I think a lot of fans were like wondering, did that actually happen? Was it just a rumor? Do you know what I'm talking about? And
yeah,
so I just wonder.
She did. It was a horrific reunion for her. Okay. And I think that you guys got the abridged version in an effort to, not make it as bad for her. Because some people, from what they saw, they thought it was bad, but it was actually worse. Not everything was shown.
Oh, interesting. Can you tell me something that wasn't shown, or why it wasn't shown?
It probably didn't show her in the best light, right? Like, yeah, it didn't show her in the best light. And so some of those reactions that you see from us wasn't from what you guys were seeing. It was from something else that happened that you guys didn't see. Does that make sense?
God. Yeah,
so
it totally makes sense.
I think there's like a gif of me going or something like that in my chair. Yeah, that wasn't to that. That was to something else.
And you're not going to tell me what it was.
No.
Okay. And so do you think it's like Bravo protecting, or is it just...
Lord, Danny, you're trying to get me in trouble.
I know I have to. Because fans, we've always wondered about, at least I've always wondered, because it's something that was like in the blogs and stuff. And then I think a lot of people saw it and were like, oh, well, that wasn't maybe what we thought was coming.
Well, what we know is that it never was shown. So.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. What about...
And there was stuff last year, if I could be honest, that I said that was never shown. And I know that for a fact. Because that came out my mouth.
Do you want to re-say it here?
I can't. No, because I'll give you some tea. Candiace says it this season. And so if it doesn't come out, then I think I can answer your first question on if she's protected or not. Because it didn't make it when I said it. Let's see if it makes it when Candiace says it.
All right. Y'all heard what Miss Wendy said, honey. So it was a very bad reunion for Gizelle last year. So that's why I was like, okay, supposedly queen of the show, because I'm like, y'all here protecting this lady. Like, why we didn't see all of that? You know, we saw Monique have a very tough reunion the previous season. You feel what I'm saying? Candiace had a pretty interesting, tough one. Mia had a tough one last season, but y'all didn't show us Gizelle. I don't like that. Y'all giving biased over there, Mr. Andy Cohen and people. Very much so biased over there. Y'all got to show everybody. I mean, girl, y'all even gave us what? I feel like Karen didn't have a good one when Sharice was on there dragging her at the reunion, talking about how she had a whole nother man that she be around town with, girl. And we about to see a revamp of that. We're about to see a revamp of that in the coming season. Because Sharice will be on the show, girl. This is gonna be a whole motherfucking mess. But anyway, girl, I really came because I wanted to show y'all these tweets. Because listen, it's gonna be real interesting because finally Candiace is getting to a place where she's not up Gizelle's arse, if you ask me. Okay, and she's gonna be dishing it. She's gonna be giving it back to Miss Gizelle as she deserves it, you know. So let me go ahead and get into these tweets because they dragging her hair. First of all, y'all messy. Okay. So Candiace says, I think the network has a responsibility to step in when our interview looks are criminally offensive because my God, today somebody goes on to respond and say someone definitely should have stepped in. Speaking on Gizelle. Girl, Robin should have stepped in. Should she step in for everything else? But anyway, so Karen says, you've got to love her. Skunk hair design and all. Okay. I don't know how Miss Gizelle finna take that because y'all know Gizelle and Karen was supposed to be on better terms. So Candiace responds and says, no, we don't. We don't gotta love her in so many words. Girl, I cannot wait to see this beef between these two ladies, okay? I cannot wait to see the beef. It's gonna be juicy. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yes, criminally offensive. Gizelle really have no real friends on the cast. I mean, Robin. And I just hate that with Robin, she's unable to keep it real with Gizelle on camera because Gizelle acts that she doesn't. And weren't they supposed to have an issue last season that never got a chance to air? So I don't know what that's about, girl. Okay. Let's see. Gizelle helmet hard hat with them highlights needs to stop with her antics. Listen, she tried to hit us with something different, but I don't think that's the different that people really want to see. Like we would like to see different wigs, but I think that they'll be okay if she just changed her fashions up. So we'll see. We'll see, girl. I don't know what Miss Gizelle and Kyle. Is that his name, Kyle? The person that be working on her, he only can do what she asks him to, I guess. So, I mean, either way, child. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Let's move on so we can wrap this thing up, okay? Let me see who I want to go into next. Let's see. Give me a second here. So I want to talk about him. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about Adam Levine, y'all. Adam Levine was caught out there because an Instagram model, from my understanding, by the name of Sumner, she done took to TikTok to pretty much air him out. Y'all know he's a Maroon 5 singer. I used to think Adam Levine was like the finest little thing. You know what I'm saying? I used to thought he was just so handsome to me. But wow, girl, just a dog. And it's the audacity for me. So this young lady took to social media to let people know that pretty much, I guess she was having an affair with this lady husband, Mr. Adam, and they about to have another baby. And he gonna sit up there and ask this mistress woman if he could name the child after her. What kind of motherfucking shit is that? And then people over here dragging this girl because she knew that he was married. And I'm like, bitch, he knew he was married too. They both need to be getting tatty the whacked. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and play what Miss Girl had to say over there on her TikTok. So y'all go ahead and check this out.
I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially, I was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, you know, I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't in the scene like I am now, so I was definitely very easily manipulated. Maroon 5 is practically elevator music at this point, so I'm sure you know who Adam Levine is. But Adam and I were seeing each other for about a year. After I stopped talking to him over, you know, a period of months, this is how he came back into my life. He said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious. I was like, I'm in hell. Like, I have to be in hell at this point. I mean, my morals were unknowingly compromised. I was completely manipulated. I wanted to handle this privately. I never wanted to come forward because obviously I know the implications that come with doing what I do, making money the way I do, and being an Instagram model. So being tied to a story like this, it's like, I know the stereotypes. I had sent some screenshots recklessly to a few friends I thought I trusted, and one of them had attempted to sell to a tabloid. So here I am. I just wanted to make a part 2. I feel like that's obviously necessary. Hindsight is 2020. I initially wanted to go in and talk about how remorseful I feel and how embarrassed and disgusted I am with myself, but I didn't want people to look at it and think like, oh, she's playing the victim. But in reality, it had the opposite effect. Something I now realize I didn't touch on enough was the fact that one of my friends had attempted to sell it, which I realized yesterday whenever they reached out to me for comment. And so I was completely frantic. That is why that video is, for one, just so all over the place, and two, why I didn't touch on some of the things that I initially would have liked. So in this video, I would like to address some of those things. I only came forward because I wanted to kill whatever story the tabloid had. The most important part that I did definitely gloss over is the fact that I was under the impression that their marriage was over. I believe that they were keeping it quiet to avoid the negative press because, as I had said, I was new to LA. So I just assumed that with celebrities of that caliber, that that's just how it was. And that's why I feel exploited, because he knew I believed everything that he said because of my vulnerable position of being new to LA. Also, he was DMing me straight from his verified Instagram account. I didn't have any reason to further question it. But I now realize that that was likely a manipulation tactic of his, you know, just hiding in plain sight. As soon as I had realized that was not the case, I had cut things off with him. In retrospect, I wish I would have questioned things more. I wish I wasn't so naive, but, you know, being naive is not an excuse for what I did in the role I played in this. Again, in no way was I trying to gain sympathy, and I fully realize I'm not the victim in this. I'm not the one who's really getting hurt here. It's Beati and her children, and for that, I'm so, so sorry.
Girl, I can't. I can't. It was giving victim, y'all. I'm sorry. It was giving woe is me. This happened to me, and the only victim, I believe, as the person said, like, is the wife. Is the wife, and then you over here talking about you was exploited in what way? Because I'm confused on how you was exploited when you just decided to come out and tell your tea. And it seems like to me you was gonna hold on to it until somebody decided they was gonna air your ass out. And when they said they was gonna air you out, then you decided to come forth with the details. That's the only reason why. And you said so yourself. So it seems like you were going to be comfortable in the position that you were in and continue to move forward. Sad. It's sad. And I do believe that she's getting more of the flack than Adam is because she came out and exposed it, you know. So I think that y'all need to go over there and tiptoe with your J's on and drag the fuck out of him too, because he also knew he was married. And the audacity of your Caucasian is to sit up there, girl, Adam, you got a different type of blood, don't you? So Adam, oh girl, these men, y'all don't be done sat up there and asked this girl, hey, man, I want his wife to be over there boxing the shit out of him right now, because what I can't get past is him reaching out to his mistress and saying, is it okay if I name my new child Sumner, not Summer, Sumner with an N, Sumner. The audacity. I want her to be boxing the shit out of him. Now, granted, they could have been going through a divorce or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And just so happened that they wanted to hump on each other, they married and got pregnant. It is what it is, but still, like, I just think that's rude and disrespectful. Oh, I pray that baby has not gotten his name Sumner. And if so, she needs to change it immediately. It's the audacity of you to cheat on your wife. Girl, I mean, it's crazy because it makes it seem like Martell has an ounce more sense than him. You know? Because I wish he would have went to Mel and said he wants to name their baby girl Arian or Ari or anything in that fashion. The audacity of you. You took it to another level. Wanting to name this baby after your mistress? Oh, I want his wife to be his ass. I'm sorry. I used to love some Adam, baby. Y'all can tell me shit about Adam, baby. Who, girl, these people don't be who they say they is. They don't. They don't. Girl, I'm wild. I'm wild at this. His wife needs to be packing his bag and kicking his arse out. Right. Literally, not just kicking him out, but foot on the ass, literally. Girl, that is crazy. It makes, and it's now I'm wondering how many men have done this. How many men in this world have been cheating on their significant others, got them pregnant, and then sat up here and named their next child after the previous? Oh, which somebody said Porsha. What? Now, why would y'all? Well, now who would bring up Porsha? Now, why is my brain clicking to a Porsha? Now, granted, now, understand, follow me. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. Dennis didn't cheat on her with no Pilar, but he had an ex named Pilar. Like, I just want, let me get a new P name. Y'all drinking a different type of water out here. And they say the water ain't clean or something good. So they right, because y'all drinking a different kind. Y'all got different stuff going on, girl. This is wild. But let me go ahead. Girl, let me move on, honey. Correct. One of her days. Correct. That baby ain't doing that to nobody, but I'm just saying. Correct. I guess he don't have to get the tattoo replaced no more, but I'm sorry. I know somebody like, girl, how we get to Porsha from Adam? I don't know. Ask the dentist. Anyway, girl. Let's move on, honey. Let's move on, girl. Because y'all people be having the audacity y'all been having the audacity for the past few years, to be honest with you. Girl, it ain't nothing new. It ain't just happened after the pandemic, even though Biden want people to believe that it's over, honey. Yeah, y'all been having the audacity lately. But let's go ahead and move on, because somebody else that had the audacity was Tasha K. Wow. Whoa. Yikes. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Because Tasha K has done what they said, done sold her house, done moved over there to Africa. Girl, I'm still, that shit is hilarious to fucking me. Okay. And as much as I think it's sad, I think that shit is hilarious. And I feel like I can't 100% blame the lady when you have a judgment like, girl, skip to your loo and get the hell on. It sucks, but if you got a big mouth, then you got to be able to have big pockets too. So they're saying at this particular time, girl, and this right here is messy. Cardi B is garnishing Tasha K's bank account of over $3 million owed for making false accusations. Okay. And this is coming from the Jasmine brand. All right. Actually, I want to pull it up on Radar Online. Okay. So give me 1 second. See, we got it over here on Radar Online. There we go. Because one thing Radar Online gonna do is get the court documents, and that's just what that is. Okay. So we're over here on Radar Online, and they're saying that Cardi B has started the process to seize property and assets owed by Tasha K, who falsely accused her of having herpes. Okay. And accused her of being an escort. Wow. They're saying, according to court documents obtained by radaronline.com, Cardi B has filed paperwork in Georgia to start the process of collection. Yikes. Okay. Now, just last week, Cardi B was talking about, I believe, Nicki Minaj or something, and then I think she said, this is what because okay, y'all know Cardi sued Tasha, and then next thing you know, you got Nicki suing Nosy, who actually now has an attorney that's doing it pro bono, so shout out to him and her for being able to get that attorney to do that. But once that happened, Cardi B put out a tweet saying, oh, now everybody want to do it after I did it. But you know what I'm saying? She says, but this is what I was fighting for. You can't be out here saying what you want to say and whoop, da, da, da. So then Tasha K came into the chat. Someone said, oh, did somebody say my name? And then Cardi said, girl, shut up. Ain't nobody say your motherfucking name, girl. Send me my check. Send me my motherfucking coin. And then Tasha said, oh, it's in the mail. Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's in the mail or not. I don't know if she mailed it from Africa or where she mailed it from. But what they is saying, according to court documents, Miss Cardi B definitely tiptoed and tapped down to the courthouse or whatever and submitted paperwork, at least her attorneys did, so that she can get this coin up out you. It's sad to hear. Cardi was awarded $4 million after a jury found Tasha K had defamed the rapper with various posts and YouTube videos that were still up post verdict, honey. So in her original 2019 lawsuit, Cardi said she took issue with Tasha having accused her of working as a prostitute, okay, in the past, and using hard substances. Okay, so now girl, she took the lady to court. She won all this money, and Tasha K been over here trying to appeal. All right. And Cardi B and them felt like she was using the appeal to prevent her from having to pay this money that they owe. And I'm like, duh, be all right with a bill too. Like that was, yeah, that's right. You're right. That is what it was for. That's what it is. Okay. So now Cardi B tied. She had already put out a post like a month or so ago on Twitter, and she was like, BIT better have my money. Period. And then she also put out another one saying, I'm coming for everything that's old, like, period. And she followed through. Not too many things she gonna say that she gonna follow through on, and she done did it. Okay, so we hate to see it. That's sad because I just wonder what all are they going to take in an effort to get this paid, because I remember Nicki's attorney saying that should Nosy Ho lose the case and she not be able to pay the money, then they're going to own her trademark, so she won't be able to represent her. She won't be able to move forward with the trademark of Nosy Ho. But at the same time, that girl probably like, okay, and you act like I can create a whole nother name, like what else going on? But anyway, so with that being said, it makes me wonder if Cardi B could, I don't know, snatch a trademark, possibly snatch a channel or something. But I mean, I would think that's not what she would want to do, because, that's how you'll be able to get paid. But you just, child, you just never know. Let's see what you guys are saying over here, because I'm sure you guys are having a lot to say. Let's see. Tasha's still talking about Cardi though. She don't learn. Yikes. Okay, she says she went over there to renew her vows. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Seems like Tasha lives in her own reality. Okay, Tasha should have took that video down. She is paying for her actions. It got ugly unnecessarily. She nailed her own coffin. When Cardi said, "I accept houses too," I cackled. Whoa. That's what appeals are for, to put off punishment. Why is Tasha being held to a different standard, though? What you mean held to a different standard, Sugar Shan? What you mean? You mean like being able to appeal and not having to pay or something? Or do you mean like why she got to pay when a lot of other people probably were talking about her too? Let's see. Tasha should have taken the video down, just like that woman that is getting sued by Miss Robbie. Oh wow! But did Miss Robbie ask that woman to take the picture? Because from what I was hearing with that Miss Robbie situation, the young lady, or the woman on the channel, somebody called in and said whatever they said. I guess the young woman is being sued because she opened up her platform for somebody to come on there and say whatever, but at the end of the day, it didn't come out her mouth. But I don't know how that would work in a court of law because she opened up her platform for certain things to be told. But did she ask the woman to take the video down and she didn't take it down? Because some people don't do that. Some people don't even send a cease and desist. They automatically gonna sue you. See, with Cardi, she was trying to be nice. She did it 3 times. But with Miss Robbie, I don't know if Miss Robbie sent this woman a cease and desist saying take the video down. She just went to suing her, from how I understood it. Honestly, Tasha's pride would not allow her to take it down at all. I'm saying, girl, ain't that much motherfucking pride in the world. It's not that much. If they're garnishing her wages before the appeal is in. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. So you're saying that they need to wait. They hold her to a different standard. They trying to take her money before she gets the chance to properly appeal. I think I see what you're saying. Excuse me. I think I see what you're saying. Interesting. But how long does it take to get an appeal? That's another question too, because I thought she filed immediately after getting the verdict. So dang, they should be able to let this woman know something, whether she gets to move forward with the appeal or not at this point. Poor Miss Robbie, she got other issues to worry about, don't it? Because then they found that man guilty. Ooh, baby, that is something. Girl, I gotta go over there to Chronicle Speaks, baby, because she be having all the info on this particular situation here with Miss Robbie and that son, because that is some messed up stuff that you would sit up there and set your nephew up to be unalived and found guilty on just about all charges, right? I think it was every single charge he was found guilty on. And Miss Robbie still over there being like some mamas who don't want to believe that their son be wrong, she just, sticking beside her son. I can't tell her what to do. That's her son, but it do make me think about, how you have kids in school and a teacher tell you your child did something, but you just think your child an angel. So you be like, he didn't do that. My child didn't. My child know you did. He wouldn't do nothing like that. Whole time they bad as hell. I do hate that for Miss Robbie because she's older. You know what I'm saying? She probably got her health and stuff she got to worry about. She got a lot of stuff going on, and then she got to still try and show up for him and his negligence and everything he done sat up here and did. So it's just it's a sad situation though. I don't see how she can support him. I feel you on that, Sugar Shan, but at the same time, it's a torn feeling because I'm not in her situation and pray to never ever be in her situation. It's like that's still his mama. And for some reasons, mama gonna mom, just like when you have kids who parents do wrong by them, for some reason, they still just love their parents. Still gonna show up. We see that with Bell Collector. We about to see Marie run the doors and knock doors down and try and find her mama. It's still some type of love there. So, that's her child. I can't fault her for that. For real. But no, it sucks. I mean, he makes her look bad, but she honoring her position as mama, I suppose, child. Even doctors can't speak on a person's health. She was wrong for that. She thought Cardi was slow, but Cardi gave her what she was asking for. Tasha needs therapy. Listen, that's true. Even doctors can't speak on certain things without getting the permission to do so. So yeah, that's crazy. Okay, if you watch Sweetie Pies, Tim was horrible to Andre. Not only him, but he was also horrible to his baby mama on the show. Yikes. On the show, she was suing him herself, so she don't always work. Yes, that is true. I remember that she was suing him. I remember that. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna keep going because I want to kind of get to a place where I can wrap this up because I am gonna do Married to Medicine shortly thereafter this live ends. So let's go ahead and let's keep going. Okay, we got to talk about Mr. Whitehead. Girl, y'all, I'm cringing because Mr. Whitehead came back with the receipts. Girl, this man sat up here and did a press conference and everything. Do you hear me? Trying to clear his good name. So let us go ahead and share that and see what the details are and what this man had to say. Let me go ahead and pull this up for y'all.
They began recording, and she began to outburst and to cause a big disturbance in my church. So I said, come on over here. Now on the side is where I have people line up for prayer. So she came up over here, not to the pulpit. Everybody keeps saying that I invite her in the pulpit. You have to be a minister to be in the pulpit in my church. So she came on the side, and she began to yell at me. She began to cuss me out and say whatever she wanted to say. I let her say what she wanted to say, and I'm going to be posting more video because you guys didn't see the video inside of the church, so you'll be able to see everything. So she came over, she cursed me out, told me all type of names. So all right, me and my church started to pray. And I said, now you have to go. You have to get out. You have to go. What you guys don't see on camera is that she started to walk back to leave, and then she spit back around. And she came back again to make a scene after my wife and my daughter. So I have my wife and my daughter, who's 10 months old, sitting there, and she came and said, and now you're a liar, going towards my wife. And that's when you see her walk in front of me, going at my wife and my daughter, and I grabbed her. Everybody's saying that I choked her. How can you choke somebody from behind? I don't understand it. I never wrapped my arms around her neck. I have no fingernails, so they say that I scratched her. I don't have any fingernails. I never have fingernails. You can see I don't have fingernails. So I grabbed her from behind, by her shirt, from behind, and by her shoulder. And I escorted her out. And I'm going to be posting this video. I'm going to post a video. And actually, if you look on the blogger, there are two bloggers, Larry Reed and King Jive. All right, these two bloggers, they're nobody, but they're trying to get after my publicity off of me.
Not publicity.
These people here. So once again, Bishop Whitehead was set up. We are coming off of the eve of me being robbed by three gunmen. Okay? That's the eve that we're coming off of. 3 gunmen came and robbed myself, my wife, and my church. And the gunmen put a gun in my 8-month-old baby's face. Okay? And that's the only thing that I can remember. This lady had a bag under her arm, and she was going after my wife. And I grabbed her. And I took her out. I pushed her out, and I have the video. And the police officers saw the video. All the police officers saw the video that was there. I spoke to Chief Badry. I spoke to Inspector Stevenson. I spoke to the captain, which is the inspector of District Amadula. I spoke.
All right, y'all. I'm about to show another video from a different angle. And this is a video that he did post on his, well, I guess he sent it to the Shade Room because he wanted everybody to see. So let's go ahead and check this out. So you kind of can see the lady at the very top talking to him. She's saying something. The church is praising. I guess that when he was speaking in tongues and praising and saying, give her a hand clap and stuff. Which I can't. She walked back up there. And you see his wife over there in the corner. She was saying something to him. She kept going. It kind of did like looked like she was going in the direction of his wife. And so he grabbed her and kind of threw her out the church, right? Now, granted, she could have turned back around and walked down the aisle that she was on, but she didn't do that. It did look like she was walking towards his wife, as he said. But at the end of the day, I do feel like you have ushers that could have ushered her out. You still put your hands on her, in my opinion, and you feel, not in my opinion, like that's what we saw. But you're saying that you have no nails, but you have that big ass ring on your finger. So the nails didn't have to, give her the cut or whatever, the bruise on her neck. It could have very well been all that jewelry that you was wearing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that would not have been there had you not put your hands on her. And it is a conflicting thing because he did touch her. And I don't agree with that. But then she also could have left his church at the same time. You know what I'm saying? As if you look at it from this particular angle. Now, for him to sit up there and try to put something off on Larry Reed and the other young man, it's like, I don't believe no folks sent that lady there. I don't think no folk bit more care about none of that at all. I don't think that they did that. But I do think that they're gonna talk about it because they can. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna talk about it because they can. But I'm gonna put another video up where Larry Reed actually sat down with a young woman that was violated by him. So let me go ahead and put that up so we can see what it is that she had to say about this situation as well. Give me 1 second.
The lie that I would charge towards a woman and a baby, I am a mother. I would not do that. This man, who's supposed to be a bishop in the Lord's church, called me up and ushered me up to the front. And once I got up there, I began to speak in my heavenly language. And I don't know what happened, but that's when it went left. I was praying in my heavenly language. And next thing I know, I was being grabbed behind my hair and drug out. I came there in peace. The lie. Let's give Jesus a round. I came there in peace. The lie that I would charge towards a woman and a baby, I am a mother. I would not do that. This man, who's supposed to be a bishop in the Lord's church, called me up and ushered me up to the front. And once I got up there, I began to speak in my heavenly language. And I don't know what happened, but that's when it went left. I was praying in my heavenly language. And next thing I know, I was being grabbed behind my hair and drug out. I came there in peace.
All right.
The lie that I would.
So y'all heard what Miss Ma'am said. Now, granted, she was walking towards his wife based on the video that we did see. But we don't know that she was going to, touch the woman. She probably was just going to continue to, speak her language, as she said, as she walked over there in her direction. But, I guess because he didn't know exactly what she was going to do and he probably felt like she was already a threat, he decided to do what he did, which I still don't think was the right thing for him to do, to step out his pulpit and put his hands on that lady like that. You feel what I'm saying? But, yikes, girl. I want you guys to go ahead and share your thoughts, okay? Be sure to leave your thoughts and comments about the situation down below. Let's go ahead and move on to one final topic here. And I want to talk about Tory Lanez and August Alsina. Now, details did emerge the other day that let us know that Tory Lanez actually put his hands on August Alsina. And all because August Alsina would not shake his hand or anything based on some things that he said previously. And I was definitely reading the story. And when I was reading the story, I was thinking to myself, like, August, like, you seem like you were the one that was being negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was talking about your business or whatever, right? So when I saw the video, I don't know why it just hit different than just reading the article, because I'm like, I forgot August was that type of person. August is very much so that type of not fake, SNIGGA, stay the hell away from me if you ain't rocking with me. He has always been that type of person. That's one thing August is not going to do. He ain't going to be fake, for the most part. So I'm going to actually play the video. and let you guys see what all took place. So give me a second here, because they have a different angle of when Tory walks up to August, try to shake his hand, and August not being with the fake. It's just like, oh nah, bro. Oh nah, bro. Like, oh nah, I'm good. Like, ooh, girl. And then I'm wondering, like, is it that you really don't like him because of the stuff he said about you, or is it that you just don't fuck with him, period? And that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, girl, let me go ahead and put that on the screen for the people so you guys can see it, honey. All right, so let's check it out.
Hey, I wish you would have got that. I did get it. Damn.
Don't do it. You already shot Megan.
You knocked his ass out, Tory. You knocked him out. Tory said he just knocked August Alsina ass right out. One punch crushed him, Tory. He said one punch crushed his ass. Look up. He just did that.
Girl, it's the what you got your hand out for me. Basically, Tory's ego was broken in that moment, okay? And August embarrassed him in front of everybody, and he really could not take it. Period. So let's see what else they got else. Oh, okay, yikes. These are the images that, he put up of the injuries that he gotten from that attack from Tory. Now, they are saying that the Los Angeles DA is starting to investigate this as well. And it's like, Tory, honey, you're not tired of being investigated? Are you okay? Are you okay? And then you walking around here lying, saying that you wasn't involved, you was at the studio and all of this. So shout out to the video. How many strikes is it before he's sent back to Canada? How many strikes is it before he's sent back? Yikes. What the DA say, they say we are aware of the allegations that the defendant attacked artist August Alsina and are investigating these claims. This is what the DA's office said, okay? They said the allegations are serious and will be thoroughly examined. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, baby? Like, you are a nutbag. Seriously. You just be walking around here like you could just, I just don't be understanding. I don't be getting it. Y'all be over here talking about immigrants and everything, but you got Tory Lanez over here in America running a motherfucking muck. Ooh, what's going on? What's going on? I don't get it. Now, see, August Alsina now has proof, in my opinion. So if he wanted to sue you to get a coin, he could. And he got the proof. So now what's going on? All because that man didn't want to shake your hand. Boy, please go. All because that man did not want to shake your motherfucking hand. Wow. Girl, I don't think Canada want him either. Hilarious. Girl, you probably right. They probably don't want him either, ain't it? Girl, what the fuck? That man can't even defend himself properly. Shaking my head, lock him up, and deport him immediately. And then, according to August, he snuck him. He snuck him. And then you had all your security surrounded by this man. Child. That's some FS if I've ever seen it before. Some FS. What's up, Mims, honey? It was the girl screaming. No, Tory, you already shot Megan. Exactly. Exactly. You already did that. Not you over here trying to get into more stuff. See, at this point, you just feel like ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And it's unfortunate because I can't even say it's unfortunate when you out here showing your ass, but you are going to be made an example of at some point. You definitely are. You can't be around here acting like that. Like, what's wrong with them, child? I don't know. Disgusting is what it's giving. Very much so. But I just wanted to bring you guys the latest information, honey. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything that I talked about today on the coffee break or whatever you want to call it, girl. Go ahead and hop down in the comments. Also, for those of you guys that are here for Married to Medicine, please join me in just a few minutes. We will be talking about last week's episode and this week. I realized I didn't do last week. So we're going to talk about last week, this week, the fight between Toya and Audra, girl. We're going to get into that. Real Housewives of Atlanta, I might bring y'all a review on it. Girl, the reunion was dry. Okay, girl, it was drier than the desert. But we're gonna see what we can squeeze out of the reunion. I also have House of the Dragon, where y'all know I'm gonna have to do that motherfucking review, baby. Because girl, Sir Kristen Slick made me mad just a little bit, girl. Just a motherfucking little bit. And girl, the brother, Mr. Damon, his ass is undamn hinged, girl. Like, what is going on in the kingdom? What is happening? So we're definitely going to be talking about that. And if my schedule allows, I do plan on giving you guys some This Is Messy episodes later today, but it's probably going to be like, you know what I'm saying, some uploads. I don't know if I'm going to go live, you know, but I hope to, fingers crossed, bring you guys some This Is Messy later on in the day, because, you know, we haven't done those, I feel like, in like over a week. But I got y'all. All right, so make sure that you like the video. Also share the video. That would be awesome if you would do that. Okay, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, honey, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.